Hello everybody in Slovak in Czech Republic. My name is Peter Urbanec and I would like to say special hello to my VIP members, my program Impulzy. And so again, hello everybody in Slovak in Czech Republic. I am very pleased to interview one of the greatest speakers on the world, Mr. Randy Gage. Hello Randy.
Hey Peter, great to be with you.
Well, me too. Randy.
And I want to say special hello to Czech Republic and Slovakia, because that's my ancestry.
Really?
I am part of what used to be, Czechoslovakia. That's where my family came from.
Wow, that's great.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
Well, before we start, because you see my English is not so perfect, I have a helper here, Alexandra. She will translate if I have any problem with my English. So.
Sure.
Or if I have any problem with my English.
Okay.
So, Randy, your new book, Why Mad Genius? Why this name for this book?
Well, it originally started, I was going to write a sequel to my last book, which was called Risky is the New Safe. Mm-hmm. And that was about how to predict the future, how to get in front of trends.
Yeah.
Not in a mystical way or magical way, but just looking at, are things hard trends or soft trends? Are they cyclical trends or are they linear trends? And by making that determination, you could really tell where things are going to go in the future. We looked at biogenetic engineering and cloning and social media and virtual reality and augmented reality and all of the challenges these are going to pose for everybody in the world, but particularly for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And of course, the corresponding opportunities, because every challenge comes with that corresponding opportunity. So I thought, okay, I'm going to write the sequel to that, because that was really, it was a huge hit, New York Times bestseller, translated in, about 15 languages around the world. And I thought, okay, I got to follow up with this. And I worked on it for months, and I was kind of stuck, and I realized, I'm not a futurist. That's not really my expertise. There are futurists like Dan Burris and others that's all they do, and they're really good at that. And the world doesn't need a book from me on the future. But what the world needed a book from me, and the book I felt I had to write, was this manifesto for entrepreneurs, this call to action to let them know we're living in the most exciting time in human history. It's also the most challenging time. We're going to face in this next decade the most cataclysmic change in human history ever. Going back, whether you believe it was Adam and Eve 6,000 years ago in the garden or the Big Bang 13 billion years ago, doesn't matter. This next decade will be the most accelerated growth and change in any decade in human history. And so again, big challenges, but big opportunities, and particularly for entrepreneurs. And so that was the book I felt called to write, and again, it's done really well. That also became a New York Times bestseller, and also been translated a lot of places, and they're in Czech Republic. And so I'm really honored of the success the book has had.
Oh, we are looking forward to start to read this book. You said nice word about Czech and Slovak. Based on your experience with Czech people or Slovakians, what do you think they need the most in order to prosper and grow?
It's mindset. There's still the remnants of, there's a lot of socialistic influence all through Europe and Central Europe. And socialism doesn't foster success. It doesn't foster creativity. I get in a lot of trouble sometimes because I say communism doesn't work. It's a broken model, okay? We've tried it. They tried it in Cuba. They tried it in China. They tried it in Russia. It's one of those ideas. It sounds good. It looks good. It looks good on paper. It just doesn't actually work. And I get into a lot of trouble because I say socialism is just communism with lipstick.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of socialism politics still in the governments in that area of the world. A lot of socialism politics creeping into the United States politics here as well.
Really? Yeah.
You see the big run Bernie Sanders had in the primary campaign. We're going to have free colleges and free prescriptions and free medical care and free everything. But who's got to pay for that, right?
But people likes to hear the word like this.
They love to hear that. And the Europeans are no different than Americans. They love to think, okay, I'm going to get something free and he has to pay for it, not me. But that doesn't work in the reality. So it's really important. You know, as I talk with those audiences in Central Europe, those places, I find there's a really strong passion for success.
Yeah.
And they love the free enterprise system, but they've been indoctrinated with a lot of socialistic politics, and so they have to guard against that.
Well, that's a question for the people of my age. We also have a new generation, and they nevzpomínajú si. They don't remember. Alexandra doesn't know socialism. In a way, only from speaking. Yes. What would you recommend the new generation, the people about 20, 25 years?
I think they should read the book Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, which is a fiction book, but it actually creates it's based on a philosophy of objectivism. In my case, I feel that was the most influential book in my life. If I say, and I'm 57 now, I've read thousands and thousands of books. And if you said, okay, what's the one book that had the biggest impact on your life and your success, I would say that book. Because even though it's fiction, it shows you the reality that would happen if we enacted a lot of these socialistic policies that seem really humane and kind and sensible. Because we all want to take care of people who can't take care of themselves. We all want to help disadvantaged people and people who don't have the opportunities for education and entrepreneurial opportunity that others do. But we have to do it in a way that empowers them, that doesn't enslave them.
Let's back to your all books. From all of your books, which one book should I read the first?
The first one for anybody I say to read is the purple one. It's called Accept Your Abundance.
Wow.
Very short book. It's just about mindset, but it's about opening yourself up and allowing yourself to be prosperous, to be happy, to be healthy, to be successful. So if people start with that one and recognize the limiting beliefs they may have, the negative programming they might have, then they'll get a lot more out of my other books because now they're open to receive that information.
Okay, so I know. So, what made you come to Prague, and why should I attend your event in Prague? Tell our people why they should come to there. Do you have some special things especially for us?
Well, my publisher asked me to come, invited me, and I jumped at the opportunity because I've been in Prague, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 times. And that's one of my favorite cities in the whole world to visit.
Nice to hear.
Yeah, I love Prague, especially in the summertime and early fall. It's a beautiful time of year to be there. And I love to connect with the people in Slovakia and Czech Republic that are into prosperity consciousness, that are into success. And it'll be a chance to talk about the new book, what it's about, how people can apply it, how it affects things happening there in that area of the world. Because those things really will have an impact there. And Czech Republic and the rest of that area is not going to be immune to these changes. It's going to be the most cataclysmic decade there, just like it's going to be everywhere else. And I think we'll have a really wonderful day to look at those insights that I see and how we could better prepare for that, how people can apply the principles that I talk about in my books. We've got a few other speakers on the program. Obviously, it's going to be a wonderful, action-packed day. So it's going to be an amazing event, and I hope everybody turns out for that.
So, Randy, some questions about you. You know, this year I am doing an event called Get Rid of the Blocks, Do Your Potential and Live. Have you ever had them? How did you get rid of them?
Everybody's had blocks, and anyone who tells you they didn't is lying, right? We all have blocks, whether self-created, whether imposed on us by society or our environment, our beliefs. For me, it's always about uncovering the negative programming, uncovering the limiting beliefs, because that's what holds us back. It's not some physical block 99% of the time. It's some belief we have about a physical block or an emotional block. People say, well, I have writer's block. I want to write a book, but I have writer's block. Well, there's no such thing as writer's block. That's not a real thing. Okay, I don't know any plumbers who have plumber's block, and I don't know any carpenters who have carpenter block, right? But we created this belief about writer's block because it seems really romantic, right? We're in our lonely writer's garret in the wintertime in Paris, writing our opera, and we have writer's block, right? No, that's a limiting belief that we chose to accept. So it was probably maybe, I don't know if it was my second book or my sixth book. Very long title. It's called Why You're Dumb, Sick, and Broke, and How to Get Smart, Healthy, and Rich. And the whole book is about memetics, or memes, or the correct term is really mind viruses. So when you say memes, most people say, oh, a meme is one of those pictures you see on Facebook where they create a GIF of something, or it's a picture and they put a clever quote. That's not really a meme. They can become a meme because what a meme is a mind virus which replicates, it parasitizes the host and then causes you to replicate this meme. So if you hear a catchy song, Lady Gaga downloaded a new album last night, overnight, right? So I'm sure people are going to listen to it today. One of the songs will be really catchy. You could get that in your head. You're humming it in the elevator. Next person hears it. Now they got that song in their head. That's how mind virus, or it happens with expressions. If we say, just do it, the Nike campaign, right? That's a meme because millions and millions of people have that just do it meme in their head, and they will repeat it. So what that book was about was how we get infected with these mind viruses and then create beliefs from them. So if I look at the millions and millions of viruses, mind viruses or memes, which are traveling around the world right now, and remember, they go instantly because everyone in the world has one of these connected to their hand 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the internet and social media. So let's say if there was a meme 200 years ago, a mind virus, it might take 80 years to go around the planet and infect a lot of people. Now, if the right TV show has it, in a bigger country and it goes satellite around the world, you can infect 2 billion people with a meme in 30 minutes, right? So what are the most powerful memes in the world today? Money is bad. Rich people are evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's spiritual or noble to be poor. To be a good parent, you have to be poor, or to be rich, you have to be a bad parent. To be a successful company, you have to rape and pillage and plunder the environment and take advantage of disadvantaged people and exploit them. Those are the most prevalent memes in the world today. Yeah. There's not a bunch of memes going around that says poor people are evil. There's not a lot of memes going around saying to be successful in business, you have to be a good parent. Yeah. No, the memes going around that say, oh, if you want to be successful in business, you're going to have to be a bad mommy. You're going to have to neglect your children. You're going to have to make tough choices and not be as good a mother. Well, so when you're infected with those memes, you're going to create beliefs. Beliefs about yourself, beliefs about your career, beliefs about your business, belief about your customers, belief about your marketplace, your health, your marriage, your relationships, everything. So this is a very long answer, but it's such a fascinating question that you raised. That's where I do my work, is always about, okay, what's my block? Okay, I say, well, I'm not making enough money, or I'm not successful in my business, or I seem to sabotage my own success. Okay, first, go back and find the limiting belief that caused that, and then ask yourself, where are you getting that programming? And then the next step is say, okay, what is the positive programming the counteractive programming that I can choose, which is money is simply a tool, a resource which can be used for good or for bad. I can be successful in business and be a good parent. I can be healthy and make money. I can, you know what I mean? We create positive beliefs and programming.
Yeah, so let's go deeper about you. If you could change something about your past, what would it be?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Now, I have been in jail when I was 15 years old for armed robbery. Yeah. I have had business failures. I have been shot in a robbery. I've had all kind of difficult situations and circumstances, but every one of those caused me to grow and learn and make changes, modify my behavior. And so I've been asked this question a lot. I wouldn't change anything, even the most horrific things that happened to me, because those are what I needed to grow and learn. And it's those challenges were the stepping stones that caused me to develop the skills, develop the character, develop the tenacity and determination that I have today, and that makes me successful today.
So Randy, it was very nice talking to you, and I will be very happy to see you in Prague. I will be there for 20 minutes also on the stage, and so again, thank you for this talking.
All right, thank you.